Welcome to Woodstown In Focus for May 2024. I'm Casey Gannon.
And I'm Braylee DiGregorio. Woodstown In Focus takes a look at the great people and awesome things going on at Woodstown High School.
On this month's show, we'll go behind the scenes and see how prom is organized, meet one of our students who has a special enthusiasm about monster trucks, and get to know some of the crew who take care of our school.
Plus, we'll hear some wisdom from our graduating seniors. But up first, a successful athletic program like ours results in many students committing to colleges for sports.
Athletics are a huge part of the culture here at Woodstown High School. Countless athletes have come and gone, with some even going off to play in college. This year, WHS has a new slate of those prestigious athletes.
The signing process for student athletes is a process that takes a lot of time, commitment, and behind-the-scenes work. The number of signees vary from year to year, but Athletic Director Mr. Ursino expects this year to be a successful one.
We're up to 6 student athletes who have already signed. I anticipate by the time the year is over and we do a celebratory signing day in the spring, we should be somewhere between 10 and 12.
The signing process is a big step for these athletes. The transition from high school to college sports is a strenuous one. Tulana Minjin, a softball player who has committed to East Stroudsburg University, describes the transition.
Just the level of competition and knowledge, everybody in college is really good. It's the best of the best, so not everybody in high school has been playing it or wants to play in college.
Now that the signing process is coming to a close for these athletes, the stress and uncertainty surrounding their commitments has now been resolved. Specifically, Jack Knorr, who has committed to Kutztown University's football team, is surely relieved.
It was kind of like a weight lifted off my shoulders, not stressed anymore about where I'm going to school and anything like that.
There have been 4 other athletes that have committed thus far. Those athletes are Brent Williams, who committed to Goldie Beacom College for baseball, Damian Taylor Eichler, who committed to Dodge City for football, James Hill, who committed to Kutztown University for football, and Max Webb, who committed to Missouri-Cordia University for football. There will be another signing day taking place in the spring season. Until then, we wish these athletes, as well as all of the other signees, the best of luck in their college careers. For Woodstown In Focus, I'm Carter Orlandini.
Prom season is here, but what goes into planning the most anticipated event of the school year, and how do students prepare for a night of fun? John Tuncarelli has the story.
While students have been on the academic hustle, the most anticipated event of the year is creeping up, prom. With guys talking about who they're going to ask and the girls talking about their dresses, students are ready to have fun and make memories that will last them a lifetime.
The class advisors and officers have been preparing for prom for months, from planning themes, choosing decorations, and planning entertainment. The officers are leaving no room for error. Led by the president, Joe Kerpis, the officers have been meeting at least once a week to make sure that everyone has an amazing night.
All the officers help out a lot, same with the advisors, telling us what we need to start planning out. We've planned some stuff out on our own, planning out what we'd want for centerpieces and discuss with our advisors if they're good or not.
While the class officers take lead in organizing the class, advisors play an important role behind the scenes. They offer support and assistance to make sure everything goes smoothly. One of the main responsibilities of the advisors is to make sure prom is being promoted within the school and the community.
We put flyers up around the school, we make announcements in the classes. The English classes also help out because everybody has an English class, so we get the word out that way. But it's more than anything, a lot of students are already anticipating the prom, sometimes before we even get information out.
The search for the perfect prom dress is a priority for many students. Dress reveals are one of the most anticipated moments in the experience. Finding a prom dress can be a huge milestone in some girls' lives, and now there are more ways to find the perfect dress than ever. Like shopping online, going to the mall, or students on a budget could even go thrifting.
I went to a few different places. I went to Claire's in Delaware, and then I went to Jan's in Cherry Hill, and that's where I ultimately got my dress. It took me a lot. Or a long time. I tried on a ton of dresses, but at Jan's was actually the first one I tried on, and I tried on more, but it ended up being my favorite at the end.
As the final decisions are being made, the anticipation for prom at Woodstown High School is becoming more intense. This year's worth of work from the advisors and officers are all coming together to create one of the most memorable nights in all of the class of 2024 and 25 Woodstown students' lives. Have a fun and safe prom on May 16th. For Woodstown In Focus, I'm Jonna Toncarelli.
As you may already know, one of Woodstown's students has a passion for all things monster trucks. Jack Holliday talks to Colin Groom to learn more.
A junior at Woodstown High School is a Monster Jam superfan. He has represented Monster Jam for his whole life and for his years at Woodstown so far. Colin Groom has been interested in Monster Jam since he was a little kid. He recently went to Monster Jam in Newark and made it onto a New York Times article.
It was amazing. So what happened was my mom saw this reporter in a construction vest, and there was like a ball from his vest in his head. She passed her once, twice, and then the third time she asked him that there was like a ball from your vest on your head. And then after that, he was actually going to question my mom, and then my mom called me over, and that's how I got on. So, you know, he brought the photographer over, and, you know, it was fun. It was fun being on the New York Times. Go read it.
Colin has been to more than 10 monster truck events and plans to attend more events in the future. He has found memories from Monster Jam in Philadelphia last year because of the cool tricks the drivers do. His favorite event was the wheelie competition.
Probably more than 10, maybe more than 15. Like, I've been hooked on this for a long time, and I'm not gonna stop. I definitely remember last year in Philly. I remember this year in Newark, and also some other shows that I've been to around the Jersey areas. So, yeah, they've been fun.
Colin has also been collecting monster trucks since his mom got him one when he was 2 years old. He now has hundreds of monster trucks from collecting over the years.
Probably more than 200. So, more than 200. Great Clips Monk Warrior is an absolute favorite. So, I've always loved that truck when it was like a few years ago. So, yeah, I always loved the mohawk on the top and the paint job. So,
Colin is very passionate about Monster Jam and the items he collects from Monster Jam. He always brings his trucks into school to show off to students. He wants to be a competition manager for Monster Jam when he's older. For Woodstown In Focus, I'm Jack Holliday.
You probably see them in and around school every day. They clean the cafeteria, fix things, and take care of the grounds, all to keep WHS looking great. Jordan Maldonado meets with our maintenance and custodial staff.
Every day, the students of Woodstown High School arrive to see cleaned classrooms and well-kept fields, but most students do not know the people behind this work.
From high school to middle school, the janitorial staff is hard at work to keep everything clean. The day of a janitorial staff member starts far before high school hours.
Getting up early, 4 o'clock in the morning to be here before 6 o'clock. That's the hardest.
It's usually busy. I get here about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and usually most days I'm here at least 4:30 or sometimes later.
Mr. Hitchner is the building and grounds foreman. He's the one in charge of divvying up jobs and making sure everything happens smoothly.
I gotta make sure functioning of the buildings, make sure all the bases are covered every day. If somebody calls out, I gotta find coverage, and just make sure buildings are maintained and up and running the way they should be.
Mr. D'Alessandro is required to keep the lunchroom clean. During lunch, he cleans up any spills that occur, and after lunch hours, he makes sure those floors and tables are spotless.
If there's a spill, we go down, clean it up. Somebody throws up, we're picking it up. Either when we have big events, we pick up tables, clean the area, make sure the event's ready for you guys.
Mr. Harrison is in charge of maintaining the building's neatness and the different school appliances.
First of all, we take care of the facilities, we open it up, we maintain it, proper care of the heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, cleanliness, and such.
Mr. Nicotra's job is the Woodstown groundskeeper. He makes sure all of the fields are ready for the players and maintains the greenery.
Come in at 7, get all the fields prepped for baseball, softball, lacrosse, cut, mowed, groom the infield to get them all set up in the spring. All summer long, we just continue to cut the grass and make sure everything's taken care of while you guys are out.
The tasks of the workers vary from what position they are in to how busy the days are. The main goal is to keep the building clean and up and running. For Woodstown in Focus, I'm Jordan Maldonado.
Well, graduation is just around the corner for the class of 2024. Before they move on to the next chapter of their lives, Kennedy Huff meets with some seniors as they pass some words of wisdom.
Graduation is fast approaching for the seniors of Woodstown High School. The class of 2024 has been one of the most involved with student activities ever. The idea of trying new things can be scary, but to some, trying new things and becoming involved only added to their excitement about high school. Woodstown High School offers many activities such as sports, school competitions, clubs, and so many more opportunities to make memories to remember forever.
I've been in the musical and the plays and even academically. I've just had a lot of really fun experiences in Woodstown.
Many seniors have made long-lasting connections throughout their time at Woodstown High School. Majority of these seniors are going to colleges away from home, leaving possible strain on their friendships. However, making sure that you stay in touch can support these friendships throughout college.
Thinking about it will make me cry. I don't want to lose any of them. I'll be talking with my friends, living at me, and we'll be we're texting. We're gossiping about what's going on in our colleges, no matter if we're close or not.
Many of the seniors can say they have experienced senioritis or the lack of motivation for school. The class of 2024 advocates for staying in the moment. It is easy to get caught up in the idea of having time off, but it can take away from the high school experience.
It's going to go faster than you think it is, because you think you have all this time freshman year, and then it gets to senior year, and then everything's going by. So I just say, take your time and get involved as much as you can and make the most out of the 4 years.
These seniors have shed so much light on what we feel is such a small school. But this small school holds so many memories. The Woodstown High School class of 2024 has so much ahead of them. Congratulations and best wishes to them. For Woodstown in Focus, I'm Kennedy Huff. And that will do it for this episode in this year's Woodstown in Focus.
For Casey Gannon, I'm Braylee DiGregorio. Woodstown High School truly does have some amazing people. Thanks for watching.